Hello and welcome back to Yorkshire Railway and welcome back to another model railway review. Now this one's quite special because I didn't actually intend in getting this locomotive. I wanted it, but certainly didn't have any intention of getting it, didn't have one pre-ordered. But as some of you know, I've recently basically got rid of all my old railroad stock from Hornby. I've had a big purge of all the locomotives that I don't want / like, and taken them all in, traded them in, and basically had a bit of credit to spend. So yeah, had a nice wedge to spend. So I decided to pick up one of these, which is of course the Accurascale Buckjumper. So the one that I've gone for is the GER Ultramarine Blue, and as you can see it's DCC Sound fitted. So yeah, nice one. So yeah, I'll just take this off because the sleeve does reflect a little bit. But yeah, it's a nice unusual locomotive. I'll be honest, I didn't even have any clue that this existed until Accurascale announced it. So yeah, quite a nice one. So yeah, of course this is the Holden class J67/69, depending on which one it is, and it is an 060 tanker. So yeah, looking at the box, obviously nice Accurascale packaging. It's quite a chunky box. And then yeah, going back to the end, so yeah, this is the Holden J6769 class 060 tanker, GER number 84, and it is ACC 2439 DCC. So yeah, if you want to pick one of those up, I know Rails of Sheffield, I think they've got one left by all accounts. So yeah, you might want to pick one up if you want to get one, but I'm sure other retailers will have them. I mean, I'm surprised that they had even any left at all, to be honest. Right, this is interesting. So yeah, look, there we go. Look at that on either side. So we've got features of interest seen from the train between London, Liverpool Street and East Anglia. So yeah, obviously I'd like to go to Norfolk by all accounts. So yeah, really nice one, this one. As you know, many of you probably do know, I've got great fondness for Norfolk. Go there pretty much every year. It's where my family's, well, I've got family down there, and my mum has a holiday home as well. So yeah, we tend to go quite a lot. So let's have a look. Oh, so that's really cool. Yeah, we've got the routes in which it takes. This is fabulous. It's one good thing about Accurascale. They do go into great detail in their booklets, you know, and information. And then these are the options that we've got. So this is the version I've gone for, but they also do LNER lined black, and then a BR black as well. So yeah, really nice to see. And then I believe this is the Accurascale exclusive one, which is the it's like sort of it's a blue, but it's not, it's a very dark blue anyway. But yeah, really nice to see from Accurascale. I'll slip that into there. Then we have the user manual. So on packaging, intended use, wheel cleaning, lovely stuff. And then obviously what we're all here for, the exploded diagram. I mean, look at the wealth of separately fitted parts that are on there. So much so it takes an A3 sheet of paper just to show you all. Absolutely incredible. Obviously it has the DCC decoder access in the smoke box, and just say you will require a pair of tweezers to get those out as well, but I won't need to do that. And then we've got lubrication points, and there is a crew to be fitted should you wish. And then we've got the DCC sound functions. We'll go more into detail in this in a little bit. But there we go. So you must read this instructions on the reverse of this card before operating a model. Yep, in every single Accurascale model, but basically just states what you should be using to run your model properly. So yeah, we'll not take a look at that too much. And there is the little beast. Yeah, really chunky packaging for such a small loco, but yeah, lovely to see. Oh, comes with a pair of tweezers as well. Fabulous. You're really getting a lot for your money. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm getting it out of the packaging. So here we go. So yeah, so you've got a pair of tweezers. Yep, really, really nice. And then we've got all these etched destination boards on there. So we've got Chingford, Shenfield, Woolwich. There's quite a lot of them in there. But yeah, I know you can customise that. And then we've got the number 84 on the plate as well. Really, really nice to see as well. So wealth of customizability with this one. Here we go. Can't actually get it out, it's like stuck almost. There we go. Nice and gently. Lovely stuff, so I'll put that back over there. But wowee, this for one is a heavy little tanker. So much so, I actually think that this probably weighs more than some of my larger locos. But I'd be interested to see if that is the case. But yeah, wow. I mean, the colour is absolutely striking. Really, really, really do like that. I mean, it almost reminds me of Thomas the Tank Engine with the shape and the colour of this. Yeah, lovely little loco. So, I mean, everything about this, I mean, we'll start off with the wheels. The wheels, for one, we've got lined with the red, and then the blue in the middle, and then the, I always forget the name of it, like it's the crankshaft or something like that, I don't know. It's too hot to remember these names at the minute. It's currently about 34 degrees in the shed, so do forgive me if I make a mistake, but yeah, obviously the pins is red in there, and then we've got these brass coloured pipes. Really, really nice on there. Obviously the lettering, GER, that's all lined as well. The number 84 on the end. Moving to the front, we've got these mixtures of brass and silver coloured pipework, all separately fitted of course, because it's Accurascale. Nice to see that the vacuum pipes have been fitted and the sort of coupling hook. Obviously this doesn't have the clear couplings, which is a little bit of a shame. I think they could have probably got those out on this loco, but still really, really nice to see all that fitted. The number and then 84 on the front. This has got Liverpool Street, so destination for London. Yeah, really, really nice. Yeah, a lot of die-cast. That's a die-cast chimney. Die-cast, yeah, I think most of the boiler is die-cast, to be honest. So that's plastic, that's metal. We've got a little toolbox on there with the number 84 on there. That's really, really cool. And up top, we've got the safety valves, the water filler caps. Yeah, I mean, wow. I haven't even turned it around yet, so let's look at this side. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not all that up on this loco, but whatever this is, that is fantastic detail. Really, really visually stunning. Yeah. And then, so there's no coal load. That's a strange one. No coal, so I presume they're wanting you to fit a realistic coal load yourself in there, but I think that's a bit of a shame. I think they should have probably put a coal load in there, but hey ho. And yeah, there we go. So we have the roof, which is in white, underneath a sort of planked finish, but you can see the magnets there as well. And that allows us to have a look inside this monumental cab. I mean, the colour alone is obviously different to the roof, so that's one thing, you know, it's a really cool orange colour. You've got the boiler there, sorry, the firebox, so that's sort of still in the ultramarine blue. All the gauges, and then we've got it glazed windows as well. That is honestly the most stunning cab I've ever seen. Like, truly stunning. I'm struggling where to actually like hold this, that I'm not going to break it. Oh, one thing I've noticed, a bit of paint has come off on my finger. That's not good. Surely. Maybe it's come off the box, I don't know. Or is it the lighting? No, I think it's the lighting. Sorry about that. Yeah, really stunning though. Stunning levels of cab detail. I know I keep on going on about, and I've said stunning a million times so far in this video, but I'm actually taking a breath. I mean, look at the handrails on the door. They are separately fitted. So yeah, that is amazing detail. And then just clips on just like that seamlessly. Yeah, honestly, I'm speechless about this logo. It's fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it down onto the track, and we'll put it on the rolling road, and I'll get it ran in. So yeah, we'll see how the performance is at the start, see if anything increases as we go on. Okay, so I've got the little Buckjumper down onto the rolling road, and we've got it selected on the controller. So let's have a look at the performance. Very slow. I mean, that's speed step 1, so very slow and controlled, but I'm just going to remain quiet because I just want you to listen. Can you hear the noise? Yeah, it's making a bit of a like a whirring noise. So I'll turn it up a little bit. There we go, so that's speed step 50. So yeah, it's obviously very sensibly geared, it's got quite a slow running speed. But yeah, the noise is, I don't know, a bit concerning. Might just be because it's new and needs running in, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I think what I'll do is we'll take it right down. There we go, so that's got quite a decent stopping distance. Let's up it back up to 20, let's go 30% in reverse. Yeah, so still quite a bit of a noise, bit of a whir. But amazing control on the lower speeds. That is really fantastic. Really great to see from a tank engine as well, so it should be really nice to shunt up and down. Yeah, so far solid performance, but yeah, it's just the noise. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set it into the forwards direction. I'll give it the full 30 minutes forwards, 30 minutes back, and then we'll see if that noise has disappeared, as well as obviously we'll go through the list of sound functions. So yeah, so stay tuned. Okay, so that is running in complete. So we've done a full 30 minutes either direction. Let's see if any performance has been made, or more importantly, oh, that was a bit weird. More importantly, if the cogging sound has disappeared. No, it's still there. I'd say it's not quite as loud as it was before, but it certainly does feel like the motor is working a little bit hard. I'm not really sure, but either that is just the gears making that noise. I don't get me wrong, it doesn't sound concerning, but yeah, it's just a bit annoying. I mean, the advantage of this is on DCC Sound, so I'm not going to hear that. But certainly, if anybody has got one of these on DC, I'd like to know your thoughts on the noise. But yeah, still a very nice controlled speed. Let's turn it up to speed step 10. Yeah, it's still nice and controlled. 20. So that makes it like wheel slipping. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's doing it when the rod gets down onto the bottom. Yeah, strange. Let's go to 50. Yeah, that is weird. That's a bit strange. So if it does it in reverse, I mean, it could be the rolling road. I thought it was sat on it properly. I mean, it's been doing this the whole time. I never even noticed that. Let's go into reverse. We'll just go. Yes, this is speed step 10. Nothing to know. It doesn't seem to be doing it in reverse. Let's just go straight up to 50. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doing it in reverse. Alright, that's strange. I'll keep an eye on that. We'll see if it does it when it's on the track. It could just be the rolling road that's not quite sat right, but anyway, what I'm going to do now is we're going to go and test the sound functions, and yeah, then we'll hook it up to some rolling stock and we'll send it around the layout. Sounds fun. Right, be back in a second. Okay, so I have the Buckjumper down onto the track, and there's a few things before I get it hooked up to anything I just want to try. So one is, let's just see how long the stay alive can hold it on. So that's about 8 seconds, I think, 8 or 9 seconds. Pretty decent. There we go, that's on, isn't it? There we go. Should re-engage in a second. There we go. And then I'll just disconnect the camera from the tripod because there's something else I want to show you. There we go, just show the flickering firebox. Sorry about shaky camera, I'm doing this by hand. But yeah, it's got quite a nice vivid flicker to it. Like it's just been open to shovel the coal in. So that's really nice to see. Also, I've left the roof on for this because it gives highlights a bit better when it's dark. But yeah, looks pretty decent. You can see a really good flicker on the back end of the cab. So really, really nice to see. Okay, so I've got the Buckjumper hooked up to a rake of coaches. It's the usual 5 that I use, the 3 BR Maroon and then the 2 BR Crimson and Cream. So yeah, as I say, I've got rid of pretty much most of my coaches now. The only other 2 that I have are the LNR Grizzlies, but I've only got 2 of those, so I thought I'd try it out with a bigger rake, see how I handle. I've seen a video, and yeah, although this locomotive is teeny tiny, it should be able to pull these no problem. So yeah, let's have a slow start, shall we? Oh, we're in reverse. This is on speed step 1, and it's having no trouble. That's not the answer. I'll take it up to 50. Okay, so we have actually been round twice now. The first one, I think it's just because it's so hot in the shed, but this fish plate here, this one in particular, it didn't seem quite happy going over the gap. But then, as I don't know if you just caught that, but it's not seeming happy on that little bit of an incline either. So what I'm tempted to do is flip it into reverse and send it the other way, and we'll see how that does. Okay, so we're going back the other way. We'll see if this has any impact. It seems a lot more stable that way. Lovely stuff. Had no issues going through these points, so can't see it having any issues going the other way. All fine and dandy. What I'll do is I'll rejoin you at the other side and we'll see if we can go around the normal outer loop. Okay, so here we go. Going around to the previously dodgy corner. There we go, so it's all fine going this way, so yeah. Nothing to worry about too much. Must just be the heat that's causing a bit of issue, because I normally run locos the other way. But yeah, it is 1,000,000 degrees in the shed today. I mean, I'll just switch, not to be too TMI, but don't know if you can see my arm, the water droplets. This is how hot it is. Yeah, it must be easily, I'd say probably touching 35 degrees in here. I really need to get a thermometer. So yeah, it's pretty hot, to say the least. But yeah, it's a splendid little loco. I mean, I have had to turn the speed up to speed step 80 to get sort of a mild speed out of it, but chuffing along, no issues whatsoever. It's not too fast, not too slow. I'd say it looks absolutely fine. gotta say, I do love the colour though. Does just look like Thomas the Tank Engine. Lovely stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is, because I really haven't got that much to gripe about other than the little whining noise from the gears, but I think what I'll do is I'll stick to just doing some running shots and then we'll get to the ratings. Okay, so I can't remember what I was actually saying, but my camera, which is on my phone, actually shut off just then because it said the temperature is too hot in here, which I googled, and yeah, it shuts off at 35 degrees, so that's how hot it is in here at the minute. Yeah, can't wait to get this layout inside the house, it'll be so much better. Okay, so this is Accurascale's Class 67 Buckjumper GER Ultramarine 060 tank engine. Yeah, quite a mouthful. But yeah, so the ratings, we'll start with the performance, which I have awarded 4 stars. Now, hear me out on this. There was a few things that I noticed during the performance test, which, yeah, there seemed to be like a bit of a slip in the cogging. I haven't noticed it all the time, but it still does occur a little bit, so I'm not 100% sure on that one. But it does seem to have got better as running in has commenced. It isn't happening as often, so more than likely probably will just iron out, but thought it's something worth mentioning. Another thing was, on occasions, and I know it's probably down to my track work as well as the temperature of the shed, but again, it's something that can happen, is that, yeah, navigating certain bits of track, it did tend to derail, and certainly, you know, for like an 060, it's a little bit, usually they're quite bulletproof, but yeah, this one in particular did seem to derail on multiple occasions. You know, I only captured a few, but yeah, just a little bit annoying. Nevertheless, though, detail-wise, 5 stars all around, because this tiny little tank engine is so incredibly detailed. It's mind-blowing, honestly. The amount of separately fitted pipework and handles, handrails, anything like that, it's mind-blowing how detailed packed this little loco is. And that's just on the exterior. You look at the interior of the cab, and that blows your mind again. I mean, it is honestly incredible that what Accurascale have managed to pull off with this loco, and certainly they deserve a pat on the back for that. Same with the livery. The livery is incredible. That really bright blue with the red lining, and then you've got the gold lining the windows and the cab. It's just incredible. The gold lettering, the nameplates, sorry, not number plate. It's honestly, it's absolutely incredible delivery on this. Really, really vivid, stands out in really, really nicely. And yeah, obviously just gives me nostalgic reasons to Thomas the Tank Engine, even though I know it's not the same locomotive as Thomas, but you know, in terms of colour wise, very, very similar paint job to Thomas. So yeah, in my mind, this is Thomas the Tank Engine now. Quality wise, yeah, I've already sort of ironed that out during the performance test. You know, in terms of the separately fitted parts on here, I've had nothing drop off, so that's a good point. Previous Accurascales, I've had little bits dropping off here and there, but this one so far is so good. Yeah, my only thing I think I would like is if they fitted a coal load. And I know that their intention is that you fit a realistic coal load, but not everybody likes to do that. And I think certainly for ready to run, it should have just, for the sake of like a plastic insert, yeah, a coal load really should have been put in. Either that, if you want it to be a realistic coal load, put the realistic coal load in for us. We shouldn't have to do it ourselves, in my mind. And that's sort of where I get a little bit with the value. I was sort of toying with reasons because to me, £240 is quite a lot of money. And I was thinking, is it actually worth it? Certainly in terms of sound quality, I think that, yeah, the sound version is brilliant, and I'm really glad that I've gone for this choice. However, it's sort of like a bitter pill to swallow because the DC ready version is £140, which I don't, you know, for the actual model itself, yeah, not bad at all. Can't really complain. And then I know that to sound chip, you're looking about an extra £100, especially for like an ESU lock sound. Yeah, another £100 on top. Yeah, can sort of get where the price point has come from. But when you're sort of looking at it, it's like, oh, it's £140 for the tank engine, but you look at it in terms of like a large steam loco, large diesel, they're usually price point at sort of between £200, and then the sound fitted versions of those are like £300, and it's, I don't know, I just think you get more money for the bigger locos than you do these little small ones. Yeah, does anybody else sort of feel like that? It's really hard to explain, is that I sort of feel like it's overpriced, even though that logically it's not overpriced. If that makes sense, it just doesn't add up. I know I'm probably not making much sense here, but it's just a strange one. Is that, like, for instance, for like £40 more, you could get, you know, a class 50 that's sound fitted. You know what I mean? It it just doesn't add up to me in my mind. The same as, for instance, the sound fitted smoke generator W1 Hush Hush cost me £280, £40 more than this. You know, I think you get a lot more features in that than you do on this. If anybody's sort of with me on that, I don't know. I think that there needs to be a rearrange and think, yeah, maybe a sound fitted version needs to be like closer to the £200 mark than sort of heading to mid 250, like, you know, the mid 200s. It's, yeah, it just seems a little bit expensive. That being said, though, I will say, and this sort of gets the overall rating of 4.5 stars, it's not bad. You know, I think this loco is incredible, and I think the steam sound functions are a lot better than the diesel ones, if that makes sense. I think there's a lot more options. I'm still not really sure what the Easter egg is, so please, somebody drop that down in the comments down below, because I have no clue. I know what the song is, but I've no idea what it's in reference to. So yeah, if somebody could probably make some clarity of that. But yeah, I think it's an absolutely incredible feat of engineering, this loco. It's stunningly visual, like the visuals are stunning, should I say. The separately fitted parts are insane. Performance, yeah, it's decent, you know. Certainly for a nice little shunting loco, it's going to be brilliant. Would it be nice to see the clear couplings on this? Yeah, but I get this sort of predates those. But again, I'm still on the fence with them. But I think, yeah, maybe they could have probably rushed those out. Yeah, it is good. And obviously, my main gripes really with it is the fact it seems a little bit pricey, and that there's no cold load fitted. I think that's a bit of a tough pill to swallow, especially for the money. Like, I think all of the locos come with at least a plastic insert, and you know, some people like that, some people don't. But for me, it's there. At least it looks like it's got a cold load in. If you want to take it out, fit a real one, by all means. But now you've sort of got to faff around and fit one yourself, and it's just yeah, it's a bit annoying. But yeah, I like the loco, and I can definitely say, if you can pick one up, I would 100% go for it, because it is an incredible little tank engine. But yeah, that is all from me today, guys. Certainly drop a like if you've enjoyed the video so far, as well as if you have a Buckjumper, drop a comment down below. I'd love to know which one you have and which version you've gone for, whether it be the DC Ready or the DCC Sound. As well as, do you think my ratings are all right? Do you think I've been a bit too generous? Do you think I've been a bit too lenient? Do you think half of it's not made any sense? Because certainly I think the heater's got to me today. Yeah, it's a bit hot in the shed. But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts down below. So yeah, drop them comments in. As well as, if you haven't already and you're enjoying these kind of videos, please consider subscribing. It would massively help my channel out if you did. I know that looking at the analytics of the videos, quite a lot of you still aren't subscribed but do view. So yeah, please consider subscribing. It's free to do so, but would massively help my channel out if you did. So yeah, I would massively appreciate it. And yeah, that's all from me today, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will catch you in the next video. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye.